myself for those who, thank you, for the sake of the recording. My name is Mrs. Nina Jackson Mitchell. I am originally from Detroit, Michigan. I have been affectionately referred to as the Platinum Pineapple, but I no longer live in Hawaii. We were there for 8 years, but now we are in Georgia, and now I'm a Georgia peach. So if you happen to be in Georgia, make sure that you reach out to me because we have a lot of events coming up. We actually have a Super Saturday that's going to be July 30th, and the flyer should be ready relatively soon. We just had a study hall in Georgia at the beginning or the middle of June. And we just had a study hall and a meet and greet in Detroit this past Saturday. So we're going to start having events in different areas. It's also important for you guys to tell us where you're from so we know where to come and train you all at. So when you are in this setting, make sure that you take a moment to introduce yourself in the chat box and to let us know how long you've been in the company and where you're from. This is how we determine where we're going to come to. So if you want to follow me on social media, I am Nina Jackson Mitchell on Facebook, Nina Jackson Mitchell. I try to keep it simple so you guys can find me, Nina Jackson Mitchell. Okay, on TikTok, I am Nina, the original Fly Girl. On Instagram, I am the original Fly Girl, Nina M. Okay, and that's really the only places I am. Facebook, Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn too, and it is Nina Jackson Mitchell on LinkedIn. All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Come on in the room. Okay. So Erica, I'm going to leave it up to you to let the other agents in, and we are going to get to the questions. Now, Erica, because I cannot get into VAX today, my password is being reset. I'm going to need you on deck with VAX in case we need to log in. Okay. All right. All right. Let's get to the questions. What do we have? What's the first question, Erica?
Our first question, I'll scroll back to the top afterwards. Okay. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay, so the first question is, I heard that we don't get paid for flight reservations, but do those sales count anywhere?
You are absolutely correct. For the majority of air, we do not earn a commission. However, there are certain ways that you can earn commission selling air. And there are quite a few different trainings that you can watch the actual walkthrough of how to do these. And we will get those posted in the chat box for you, but you got to give us a minute. So on Vimeo, or is it Venmo? I always say it wrong. Vimeo is the video, Venmo is for money, right? I always mix the two up. So Vimeo is for videos. So on Vimeo, you need to search for Jean, Jean Nicholson, Jean Nicholson.
I believe she's on the line as well. If you don't mind that link, yes.
Hey, GJ, let me see if I can find her. Give her a co-host if she's in here. Ha, found her. Hey, GJ. Just made her co-host so she can unmute herself. How you doing today?
Pretty good. I'm typing it in the chat box now. So all they have to do is click on it.
Thank you. Now, would you mind hanging out with us to help with some of these questions?
Sure, no problem.
Knew she wasn't gonna tell me no. So GJ has an awesome training. She actually has a whole channel on Vimeo where you guys can follow her, and I strongly encourage you to do that. She does a new training every week. Usually hers is on Wednesday, where she does walkthroughs of the actual vendor websites, the travel agent portals, to show you what they have to offer, how to use them to book travel, and she'll even show you some of the perks and the tips and tricks to deal with them. So she does have a video on instant commission, right, GJ?
Yes, commissionable flights.
Awesome. So double check for her training on that so that you can actually see how to do that. So you can earn upfront commission by charging a service fee, or you can actually use some of our vendor websites to add in your commission, okay? And watch GJ's video for that, okay? All right, Erica, what do we have next?
Are there any vendors that have Tijuana Airport? I've only found it in Expedia Tap and didn't want to book there due to only getting 50% commissions. Clients are in Southern California and it's much cheaper for them to fly out of Tijuana than San Diego, going to Cancun.
Understood. Now that changes things because once they are flying out of Tijuana, and that's Tijuana, Mexico, right?
Yes.
Yes and yes, okay. Because our company is a US-based company, this is a very good question. Because we are a US-based company, our vendors have us preset to sell from destinations in the US, okay? So if you are looking inside our vendor websites, first, check to see if they service Tijuana. That's the first thing. If they do, and this is with the exception of Expedia Tap, you'll have to call to have that manually done. It's not something that you'll be able to do by typing it in unless you're an agent from Mexico. If you're a US-based agent, your system is based to start in the US. So you are going to have to check inside our different vendor websites to see if they service that portion. I can't tell you off the top of my head because I don't memorize them. However, I do know how to research. So that's something that we want to teach you guys how to do too. The very first thing I would do is to go into vendors like Vax and Pleasant Holidays, to click destinations, because they actually give you a comprehensive list on all of the destinations that you can book using that particular mechanism. So I understand not booking with Expedia Tap because you get lower commissions. But once you find a vendor that you can use, you're still going to have to call them to get them to do that. Okay, does that make sense? All right, E, what's our next question?
I have a customer who wants to give his parents a multi-stop trip to Rome, Greece, and Egypt. What is the best way to book this?
Okay, there's not one best way, to be perfectly honest, and I want to make sure that I communicate that because these are questions that I personally get asked quite often. What's the best vendor for this? What's the best way to do this? It really depends on what you can use, you know? So my good experience may not be a good experience for you and vice versa. So what I will do is tell you the mechanisms that you can use and how to do that. And I'm going to refer you back to GJ's trainings because she actually has one on multi-stops, multi-destinations. That's what that's called. It's a multi-destination vacation. Okay. So you can actually process it yourself inside Vax. I personally like to let other people do the work if I can. So there are some vendors that will actually put that together for you. And there are some vendors that have those vacations already put together. So my first go-to for this would be checking with GoAway. GoAway has GoAway vacations. They already have trips that are put together. They are pre-packaged to include different excursions. You can tweak it until you get it just the way that you want it. And GoAway is so awesome. They assign one person to do the work for you, and you can converse back and forth with that one person. Now with GoAway, you cannot go on to their travel agent portal and put in the parameters and bring up a booking. They assign you a personal consultant to work directly with. So you can put in the request on their travel agent portal, but then you have to converse back and forth with a particular agent. GJ, do you have any suggestions for that multi-destination vacation?
I love to use Vax, but again, I like GoAway. I love Globus. I love Contiki.
I like it.
So all of those they can go into those vendors and, like you say, put in a request and let them do it, or they can pick out a pre-packaged package and do it. And the commission is teetotally awesome, and the headache is little bit of nothing.
A little bit nothing. Work smart, not hard. This is how we maximize on how many bookings we're processing or how many quotes we're processing in the course of a day. That if we can pass the work off to somebody else and still get the commission, we do it. So don't be afraid to call a vendor and say, hey, I need help. They have people on hand waiting to help you with those things. So don't be afraid to take advantage of that. Okay, what's the next one, E? What do we have?
I need the Viking Cruise link to sign up for the certification class that Myrna is hosting on Friday.
Marnie? For Marnie? I think
I'm
she's
assuming it's Marnie, but it's spelled like
Yeah.
Myrna.
I think she's talking about Marnie. Marnie does those certificate classes. So if somebody is on the line and can copy and paste the link, I know she just posted it today, but I'm actually on my desktop. If I was logged in from my phone, I'd be able to copy and paste because I have it in there, but I don't have it handy. So if somebody else can put that link in the chat box, we would greatly appreciate it. It may be posted in the main Evolution group. I believe I saw it posted in the corporate Q&A group too. If you guys can't find it, let me know. Okay, what do we have next?
I would like more clarity on where it's safe to obtain flyers and specials other than our Archer website.
Erica, did you want to help out with that one?
Sure.
Okay, I'll go ahead and share the screen so we can show them where to get them from in VAX and in Pleasant Holidays. We can show them where they can go in and find those. And I'm going to move this chat box over here.
Sure. Right.
All right, so for those of you who have been in for a while, you should have a login for VAX. For those of you who are brand new, like Elizabeth, you will receive information on how to register with the vendors. And if you haven't gotten that already, make sure that you get with your sponsor so that they can give you the welcome email and the new agent guide along with a quick start, because they have step-by-step details and directions on how to complete where to go to complete your certification training, and then how to register with our vendors, okay? So if you don't have that information, make sure you speak with your sponsor or your success coach once this training is over. So now this is VAX Vacation Access. This is one of the main vendors that we use, mainly because it has multiple different suppliers inside this one-stop shop, okay? So there are offers and incentives that are already put together for you. If you, for those of you who are seasoned agents or that you've been in the company for a while, if you are not sending these to your clients once a week and you want to increase your commissions, you need to start. Use your email information that you get from people who ask you for quotes. You should be sending them something once a week. You can go right here into VAX, click on offers and incentives, then you'll click on promotions. Is it moving slowly?
Yes, ma'am.
I know sometimes yours will move to a different screen since you've got those two monitors and we won't be able to see it, but let me know. And then while we're waiting, if you guys see the middle of that screen at the top, those are sales that go there too. So when you log into VAX, make sure that you read those things. Right there, discovery code, save up to 30%, offer ends July 17th. So make sure that you stop and read these. Don't just kind of graze past them. End of the summer travel deals from Hyatt. And if you click on one of these, it'll actually take you to that deal too. How we doing, Erica?
It's still buffering on my end.
And I can't get in the VAX. They're resetting my my
For
path.
time's sake, I'm gonna try to click on one of these offers and see if it loads anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Ah, there we go. Okay, so this is one of the prepackaged deals. Well, it's already together for you. The wording is already there. All you have to do is click email. And then all of these details, the travel dates, when to book by, the destination cities, all of that information will transfer over to the email. You put in the email address, or if you're like me, I just click email and I click select all, blind copy all. So nobody else gets to see that somebody else is getting it. Maybe one day we'll do a training on that to show you guys how to send out the mass emails so that you can maximize your time. The terms and conditions will be there. Details about Hyatt hotels and resorts will be there, and that beautiful picture. So everything that was on the screen translates over here. You'll be able to put a personal message at the top, and you'll be able to put in your own closing here at the bottom. You can also put a subject line there and where to reply to. Okay. So this is just one of the vendor websites that you can safely pull things out and send publications. Erica, there's another section here. GJ, can you direct us to it where they have the other flyers and stuff? Is it under Compass?
If she goes up to the top, go to Compass. You're going to go down to Travel Inspo Toolkit. Ta-da! Then scroll. All right, you got your shareables, you have your media posts, you have your flyers, you have your memes, you have social shareables. You also, if you click on any of their promos down there, they have suggested scripts that you can copy and paste under that. They have hashtags. I'm taking over. That's it. I'm sorry.
No, do the thing. Tell them, explain it to them, GJ.
I have a video on Vimeo.
No, I was gonna ask.
I'll go to vimeo.com or type in the link that I put in there and search marketing. And this will be under the marketing training, but there is tons and tons of stuff here in Compass. There is also ALG 360 within VAX, that there are vendor specified flyers and all. You can also, like that section there where she's just at, if you click on one of those, it will have that information. You can copy and paste that information under the picture, which you can copy and paste and start yourself a weekly blog. And don't have to think about what to type up, just copy and paste it and put the little flyer on it. That's what I've been doing for 6 years. It works for me.
Easy, easy breezy. There is no link just for this. Joyce, you'll have to log in to VAX, where we just showed you. You log into VAX and you click on Compass and scroll down. This everybody has access to. So we want you guys to get used to using your tools and not the shortcuts, because the shortcuts will cause you to forget. This is something that I'm struggling with right now with my cell phone, that I don't remember anybody's actual phone number. So if my phone number is broken one day, I'm in a lot of trouble. So take your time and learn the actual ways to get into the information that you need so you're not stuck. And I've taken my time and I'm learning one phone number per day. I know only my mother's phone number. That's it. I don't even know my husband's phone number. It's thoroughly ridiculous, but I'm doing better. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. So I'm learning one phone number per day so that I don't end up being in trouble if one day my cell phone isn't working. We want you guys to do the same thing. So you'll use VAX Vacation Access. You will click on Compass and scroll down. And I invite you guys to click around inside VAX. It's so much stuff in here that people are not using. Did you guys know that there were more than one vendor inside VAX that you can use to book vacation homes? For those of you who are asking every day, Airbnb, 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 when we don't work with them, there are vendors inside VAX that you can use for that. But you got to get in here and click around. There's also trainings inside VAX to show you how to use VAX. When you have that downtime where you're watching TV, turn the TV off, log into VAX. I call them working meals, where I'm munching on one hand and I'm clicking inside a vendor website. That's how we learn to use them. All right. All right, what's the next question? Oh, and thank you, Mo, for posting the information for Marnie's training. All right, Erica, what do we have?
I've seen we have a new supplier, 10Leg. Do we have to register with them to ensure we have travel insurance? I've actually pulled up Travel Cafe because you do have to go through Archer for registration. And the way to do that is to go to suppliers. If you're not sure, go to suppliers, how to register. And you can scroll down and look for it, or you can even go to the search bar and type in 10Leg. I'm just gonna go up here and type it. All right. So if you want to know how to register for this specific supplier, that information could be located in Travel Cafe, their back office.
Now, if you are using vendors that offer the travel insurance, which the majority of them do, VAX, Pleasant Holidays, Classic Vacations, almost all of our vendors, with the exception of Expedia Tap, offer you the opportunity to add travel insurance into the bundle. You can either sell it separately or you can package it in the bundle. So it's really up to you. I usually sell the travel insurance that goes along with the vacation. And if the client doesn't want it, I have them to sign a waiver. And then I ask them to check, because some people have vacation insurance already in their homeowner's policy. Some of them have it as an added incentive with their American Express. And some people don't know that they have it. So ask them to check to see if they have vacation insurance already. If they don't, I would still try to upsell them with this. I take all the money off the table. But cover yourself, because if anything happens with your clients and they need to change some things, they'll be very upset if they have to pay change fees, and it can get kind of messy. So try to look out for your clients when it comes to that. All right. Erica, are we at the question about TravelJoy yet?
Not yet.
I think we may have skipped it. I think we skipped it.
Okay.
Let me go back. Okay, tap, multi-stop. Thank you, Mo. Viking Cruise Line, we did that. We did the flyers and the specials. GJ posted her link. No, we skipped it by mistake. We skipped it. So the question is, I have just recently signed up for TravelJoy. I had some confusion about the CC authorization form. Can we use the one in TravelJoy, or do we have to insert the one from the Travel Cafe? The one from the Travel Cafe is just a template. That's all it is. It's a template, and it's a template that you can actually personalize. As long as the one from TravelJoy mirrors the one that's in the Travel Cafe, you're safe. Make sure that you keep these. If the client is traveling within 21 days, you have to send the actual credit card authorization form to Archer Travel, or the vacation will get canceled. If it's outside of 21 days, make sure that you keep it for up to 6 months after the client has traveled, because people are getting so crafty nowadays. They'll take the vacation, come home, and then charge it off. It's happened to me more than once, and I've been able to successfully litigate it because I can show proof through the emails that we have exchanged, plus that good old credit card authorization form. So make sure that even if it's a person that you know, have them to complete a credit card authorization form every single time. All right, so yes, you can use the one that's in Travel Joy, but it has to mirror the same one that's in the Travel Cafe. That makes sense. All right, Erica, there's another question. And GJ, is there any commission for people flying overseas, especially Thailand? GJ, what you got?
Is there commission for people traveling to Thailand?
Specifically flying.
Flying to Thailand. It depends on which vendor you use. If you are using downtown travel or what's my other favorite one? Centrad, you can add your commission and you can get paid for that. If you are going through another vendor, I can't say because I have not done them through other vendors other than downtown and Centrad, where I can add my commission. So I can't speak on the other vendors because I don't know.
All right, you got that? Okay. How do we book wholesale, and do we have vendors directly such as Marriott? What are you trying to sell wholesale? What are you trying to sell wholesale? And while we're waiting on a response from that, I want to make sure that you guys are properly educated. Some people may have joined the business under the guise that travel agents get cheaper prices. We do for ourselves. We absolutely do for us when it's our travel. But we do not get cheaper trips than what the people can find online for themselves. As a rule of thumb, we don't. We see what they see. The difference between us and them is we can see across the board the different prices from the different vendors, and we can see why the price is different, because some vendors will add in extra incentives like resort credits. Some vendors will add in the round trip airport transfers, whereas the client online may not be able to have those included. They have to add them for an extra price. So it just really depends. Now, we do have the ability to price match. More often than not, we can price match if we have tangible proof that this particular reservation or itinerary is costing what they say it's costing, and we have it date stamped, and we're comparing apples to apples, we can price match with some of our vendors. I don't want you guys to get caught up in that trick bag of trying to beat prices. GJ can tell you, you're going to drive yourself crazy. The most important thing that you guys have got to remember is that we're independent contractors. We do not work for Archer Travel. We do not work for VAX. We do not work for FunJet or Classic Vacations. So our commission has to come from somewhere, right? Our commission is based on the net cost of the actual itinerary. So although the client may not be able to see our commission as it's broken down, we can inside the vendor websites. So if you are focused on beating prices, you're not paying yourself, and your service is worth being compensated for. Research people, there are people who actually work as researchers in their 9-to-5s. They get paid for researching. That's a part of our job, is researching. So you don't want, people will say, I don't want to waste my time. You waste your time by devaluing your service. If you're taking your time and you're looking at 2 or 3 different vendor websites, that's worth something. That's worth compensation. So instead of your focus being on finding the cheapest trip, you should be focused on finding the best value for your client, the best bang for their buck. So if you can get them an ocean view room and a flight that is nonstop so that they're not spending 5 hours each in the airport, and the trip may cost $200 more than what their budget is, I would say present them the higher cost itinerary and explain to them the value in not having to wait in an airport for 4 hours. it's worth that $200. Having an ocean view room versus a city view room, it's worth that extra $200 for their experience. That is what they trust you for, your expertise. So make sure that you are focused on the service that you're providing, which includes finding the best value for their money and not deeming yourself the cheap trip booker. You are going to make yourself miserable. We sell resets. It's supposed to be fun. If you are constantly trying to beat deals, you won't be able to enjoy this experience. I'm hoping that makes sense to you guys. But let me know what it is that you're trying to sell wholesale. And do we have access to vendors directly, such as Marriott? Yes, absolutely. We do. Marriott's website is Hotel Excellence, Hotel Excellence. And you can either register for the travel agent portal. You can do that with Hilton as well, with Hyatt. You can register directly with their portals, or you can call the hotel directly or the resort directly, the hotel specifically, and ask for the manager of sales and ask for the lowest commissionable rate if you want to sell directly. But if you were talking about selling the rooms and stuff and the flights and stuff wholesale, it's cutting your commission out. So that is not something that we do. We're not wholesalers. Okay. Okay, Erica, do you see where I am now? I'm at Dorcia.
Yes.
Okay,
So
Gigi, go ahead.
I'm trying to set up something for a client for TRS Yucatan. I only found it under Classic Vacations, but it doesn't say whether butler services are available. How would I find that out?
GJ, you got some tips for us?
Sorry, I'm back and forth. So where did she say she booked it through?
She found it in Classic.
Ooh.
Want to log into Classic and take a look?
You don't mind, I do want to add to that because TRS is actually part of Grand Palladium. I know you are relatively new, so make sure you do take the training for them. They're housed under Grand Palladium. And you could use some of your points for your client to redeem depending on what they're going for. But I've never booked them in Classic. There are other vendors you can use them for.
You're able to book directly with Palladium too, right, GJ
Yes.
and Erica?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to make sure that you are registered with the travel agent portal, because if you book on their regular website, their regular consumer website, you will not earn a commission. So you want to make sure that you are registered with their travel agent portal. Okay. And anytime you're looking for a travel agent portal, you can Google it. Marriott for travel agents, Disney for travel agents, Palladium for travel agents, and it will populate for you. Okay. I actually still do it. The only one that I can really remember off the top of my head is Marriott. And that's only because I've Googled it so many times that it comes up as soon as I start with the M, it naturally comes up. So we are suggesting that you register with Palladium for TRS Yucatan, Dorcia, and compare the rooms there and compare the cost too to see which one is going to give you the best return on your commission too. Check that out. If you're trying to book it with the air, I don't think that you can do that through Palladium directly, but I still would compare. I'd have Palladium open, and then I would also have Classic open, and I would compare the room types to see what matches, comparing apples to apples, and to see if they have that butler service, okay? And what room that it's attached to. All right, Erica.
How do you advise a client who booked a flight without travel insurance and wants to get their money back? Are they able to resell their tickets? If so, how?
No. The FAA does not allow tickets to be transferable, and it has been like that since 9/11. So if they did not get trip insurance, they should have, depending on what airline it is, they should have a credit. And that's all they're going to have is a credit. I would advise them, well, I'm sorry that you have a credit and you are wanting to have your cash back, but you could have gotten that had you gotten the trip insurance. And tone is everything. Tone is everything. How you communicate it is going to be key. And then I would strongly suggest them moving forward, even if it's a short domestic trip, I would highly suggest that you invest in the travel insurance and even ask them, do you have travel insurance with one of your credit cards? Do you have it with your homeowner's insurance? Do you have it with your car insurance? Because I just found out recently that USAA includes, and GJ, this might be helpful for you because you're a vet. USAA sneaks travel insurance in on a lot of your things that you buy from them. Your renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, car insurance. They sneak travel insurance in a whole lot with their credit card, and Navy Federal does too. So they may have trip insurance and not know that they have it. But if they did not purchase trip insurance for this particular itinerary and they want their cash back now, it's nothing you can do about it. You can apologize that they're aggravated and then direct them on, what to do. And then I would invite them to book with me. And I can take the travel credit and apply it to their new itinerary. So that's just about it. Where is GoAway? You would go to Google and type in GoAway, and it's not go away, it's GoAway, GOWAY. GoAway for travel agents, and it will come up for you. Okay. GJ, is Go or Erica both? Is GoAway in the travel cafe?
I believe so. I know they're still doing some updates, but let's see.
Yep, everything has changed. I don't know either. I'll have to go check.
Yeah,
It's not in there right now.
But can you show them how to do a Google search for that? Just so that they can, I'm a visual learner, so seeing things solidifies it for me. And there it is. GoAway agent. So you're going to actually read, don't click the first thing that you see. Read to make sure it's what you need. And here's GoAway. And their number is right there. All right.
Does anyone know how long it takes for Viator to confirm your sign up, and how would you know you're getting commission through them?
You guys have got to remember that we have over 15,000 agents in our particular company, and Viator does not just service us, they service all of the travel agents, all of them, not just in Evolution and Archer, they service all of them. So how would you, you've got to give them some time. It could take 72 hours, 72 business hours, or it could take a little more. How would you know if you're going to get commission? Well, everything you book through Viator is going to get you a commission, but you get an email. I give my link out in all of my emails. It's a part of my signature now. But each time that my clients take a vacation, I wish them well on their vacation, and I give them directions. I tell them, hey, if you decide that you want to do some excursions, use this link to find transfers, to find different things to do in that area. And Viator actually will tell you about the area. So I give them my link. As soon as they book something, I get an email that tells me the client name, the item number, and the cost. So you will get an email and they're instant. Like as soon as they book, you get an email. I love Viator. I am a fan. All right, what else do you have?
I have been marketing like crazy, but haven't been getting a lot of attention or clients online. Any advice?
What you got, GJ?
Is she speaking about marketing?
Mm-hmm. She says she's been marketing a lot, but not getting a lot of response.
My question to her would be, what is a lot? Is it once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, once a month? And where are you marketing to, and what are you putting out? So my suggestion would be go to vimeo.com, check out the marketing video. Now, if you are marketing several times a day and you are marketing, say, we'll just say Caribbean. If you're just marketing Caribbean, there's people that want to go to the US. There are people that want to go here, there, and everywhere. So my suggestion would be is a generic post. I'm your favorite travel agent. Please contact me for any travel that you need within the US and overseas. If you're targeting a special place, if you are like advertising your niche, do not put a specific price. You can put price starting at X amount. Do not add dates. People work, people got kids, they got to make arrangements for all this kind of stuff. So do not put dates, because when people see that post, they think that those are the only dates that they can go. So that may be hindering you also. That's a brief description of what I would suggest, but look at that video and it break it down more deeply. So hope that helped you a little bit, but you do have to post more than once a day in one place. And if you only have 50 friends, 50, yeah, I said 50 friends on your Facebook page, you're only advertising to those 50 people who are probably tired of seeing advertisements. So build up your friend list and your following list and post more than Facebook. You know, use your Instagram and your Twitters and your Pinterest and all those other social medias. Because if you're only marketing on one place, you're only marketing to the same people over and over and over, and they're gonna block you. Ask me how I know. Yeah. That's all I got.
You better not have me blocked. You better unblock me, GJ. Let me add to what GJ just said about increasing your social media audience. Social media was created for you to be social on. Use it for that. Even if you're an introvert, if you have your page private, you're doing yourself a disservice. But you should already make sure that your phone number and your address is not listed on Facebook, just for safety. And when you go to places, check in once you're gone. Like, we will go on vacation and check in when we're already back home. So people will think that I'm somewhere when I've already been and I'm back. So it's ways that you can do it, but you want to let people into your life as a travel agent. It's safe ways to do that. But you're gonna have to be social on social media in order to do what GJ just said, to build up your social media presence. So how many of you guys have special interests like skating or sewing, or you like music, or you like poetry? Your special interests, whatever your special interests are outside of travel, or even if travel is your special interest, you should be joining some groups that are about that, not other travel agent groups, because then you're marketing to other travel agents. You want to join groups on Facebook that are about what interests you. And then while you're in the groups, interact, comment on the posts, comment on people's comments, make social media friends, send them inboxes and ask, hey, can I add you to my Facebook friends list? I see that we both like Candy Apple Red Camaros. I have a such and such year, and I see that you have this one. We've got this in common. Maybe we can be Facebook friends. Trust me, some people are just out there just to be social. Now, at the same time, you're going to have to weed through the creeps. You're going to have to weed through the creepers. But if you want to create a bigger social media platform, you've got to start by putting yourself out there and connecting with people. It's exactly like GJ said. If you only have 50 people that you're connected to, and you're only talking to those 50 people every day, that could be why you're not getting the response. Broaden your scope. There are ways that you can post to Instagram and Facebook at the same time, but it's still the same thing. If you are not following anyone and you don't have anyone following you, then you're not getting the information out there. You can also find entities in your community that you can sell travel to. How many of you guys, you can type it in the chat box or you can raise your hand, have a high school within about 15 miles of where you live? I've got a couple. A high school. High schools go on senior trips, especially if they're private schools or religious schools. They go on senior trips. Reach out to them, introduce yourself as a travel agent, offer your services, offer to book their senior trip. If you have a corporation somewhere near you, especially if you're from places like Detroit and you've got the big three, Chrysler, Ford, and GM, send an email or send an actual typed out letter to an executive and offer your services to book their executive retreats. That is how I've been able to secure annual retreats, is by asking for the sales. So you have to get to, I did a training on last Wednesday about getting to where the clients are, putting yourself in front of where the clients are, okay? You're also going to email your clients, what we just showed you. And I think somebody asked, could you put that on your Facebook? Yes, you can. If it's in our vendor website, it's in this one. Now there's specific things like Disney is really funny about what you can post. They don't want their trademark stuff used. You can talk about a sale, but they're really funny about that. And I would refer you guys to Archer Travel to get the details on that, because that seems to be changing a whole lot. And I don't want to tell you guys wrong things. But if you see it in VAX and it's under that area where we just showed you, you absolutely can use it. That's what it's there for. We encourage you to use it. They're putting it there to make it easy for you. But now at the same time, when you post something, make sure that you take a note. So when you get flooded for people asking you about that sale, you know where to go back to find it. Nobody warned me of that when I first got started. And I was just posting. And I got overwhelmed because I couldn't remember where I found this stuff at. So if you're going to post something about Universal Studios, remember what vendor that you pulled it from so that you can go right back to it. Makes it easy for you. I've been making sales on sandals because I've been posting about it on TikTok. And when people ask me for the link, I send them my personalized link and they can click it and book themselves with a deposit. I've been going crazy on TikTok with it. So it's a way that you can make this easier for you. But yes, you can absolutely use those things on social media. We encourage you to do that. Okay, Erica, what you got for us?
When booking hotels, rental cars, and etc., do we receive any commission, or does it has to be a package deal?
Rental car and what else?
Hotels and etc.
Absolutely. The only thing that you're not getting a commission on with vendors like Expedia Tap is the air only. Most of them don't pay you commission for air only. So rental cars, you'll get a commission. Rental car and hotel, you get a commission. Hotel only, you get a commission. Activities, you get a commission for that too. Absolutely. I think we may have skipped something. Did you get the VAX login question?
Was that above? No,
Right.
that was above, yes. I have not yet received my VAX login information, and I requested them on Friday. Am I just being impatient?
Yes. Well, I would like to call it anxious, and being anxious is okay when it comes to this, because that just means you're ready to get started. No worries. Friday was the last business day of the week. And if you requested it Friday, Monday started the time clock on that. So give them about 72 business hours. If you don't have it by then, get in touch with Archer Travel to ask. For everybody else that's on the line, remember Archer Travel has about, if I'm not mistaken, GJ, they have 8 employees now, or is it 12? It's not a whole lot. And we have 15,000 agents. They are processing these requests manually. So give them a little bit of grace. Give them some time for that. If you haven't gotten it in about 72 business hours, yes, reach out to them kindly and introduce yourself and let them know, hey, I requested my login on this date and I haven't gotten it yet. Can you give me an update on it? Easy breezy. So don't beat yourself up. In the meantime, while you are waiting on VAX, have you done your Carnival? Can somebody type Carnival in the website, GOCCL. Have you registered with Carnival? Have you registered with Pleasant Holidays? Have you registered with Classic Vacations? These are all vendors that can be useful for you. Make sure that you register with them while you're waiting, okay? And if you guys need instructions on how to register with the vendors, whether you do it directly or whether you do a supplier request form in the Travel Cafe, Erica, can you show them where to find that?
Absolutely.
Right, so this is your Travel Cafe, which is in your back office. It's a tab for your Travel Cafe. When you log into your myevolutiontravel.com website and you put in your member ID and your password. So over on the left side of the screen, you're gonna go to where it says suppliers. And then there's a supplier request form there. And it's also a tab that says how to register. So you can check each of the vendors to see if, one, it requires a supplier request form. If it does, the form is right here, okay? Right here, it actually presets for some of them. And then if there's a different supplier that is requiring a supplier request form, I guess you type the name in there, okay? Some of our suppliers you can register directly with, like Pleasant Holidays, but even with them, it's gonna take them about 48 hours or so to send you, and American Vacations is another one that you have to register directly with in order to sell with them, all right? And any of those vendors, if you get kind of stumped or confused, remember you can always go to Google and type in Pleasant Holidays for travel agents, Classic Vacations for travel agents. If you haven't registered with Disney, I suggest that you register with the Disney portal. These are all things that you can do right now to kind of keep your mind busy so you're not panicking about vax. And then all of your requests should be honored within about 72 hours or so. All right, what else you got for us?
In the initial introduction video, we were told that we could sell wholesale, such as last minute hotels and things, and there's no commission, but we can add commission.
You are talking about Evo Rewards. Evo Rewards. Now, can you, while I'm explaining Evo Rewards, and we'll let GJ cover Profit Agility, but can you go to Evo Rewards? So while Erica is going to Evo Rewards, let me explain to you, give you a little detail about what that is. Now, Evo Rewards was really based on, it was a gift to us, which is why you don't pay extra for it. Our founder has allowed us the capability to sell those to other people. We can sell those. It's really tricky selling, but we don't consider it to be wholesale. It's discounted, but I wouldn't call it wholesale. Wholesale is something totally different. Some of the hotels will have last minute rooms available, and you may see them on Evo Rewards. Some of the car vendors may have some rental cars that are not rented during that certain time, and they may have them listed on Evo Rewards. Now, if you're going to sell that to your clients, she's right or he's right, I'm not sure who asked the question, there is no commission for that. However, you can charge a separate processing fee so that you earn an instant commission for that. When you are booking, however, using Evo Rewards, I personally would strongly advise you to use your email address when you are booking for clients, because your client can get the email and say that they never got it and go on the vacation and then charge it back, and you have no proof that you've sold it. So work smart and protect yourself, CYA. If you get their credit card information, have them to complete the credit card authorization form, because you are responsible for any chargebacks that are not justified. You will be financially responsible for that. So cover yourself. But this is our Evo Rewards. You do have deals here for theme parks and hotels and cars and activities and flights and that type of thing. Again, when you're selling Evo Rewards, make sure that you are utilizing your email address so that everything gets emailed to you first, and then you forward the email to your client, okay? That puts you in the position that you need to be in. Otherwise, your clients can say, hey, I never got this, okay? Now, I'm hoping that it isn't being communicated that this is the cheapest thing out, because it isn't. It just happens to be some things that are advertised on sale at that time. I personally don't make this my go-to. I don't, because I focus on earning big commissions. Kind of keep that in mind. If you're trying to use this for yourself, absolutely fine. Because you do have some choices on how to book for yourself. You can book yourself as a client, or you can use the perks, either or, but you can't do both. You can't double dip. Again, you can use this as a mechanism to earn instant commission. GJ, do you have something to add to that? Did I miss something?
You got it, girl.
All right. If you guys were looking, there's a tab in your myevolutiontravel.com back office that is for Evo Rewards, and it's right there under the Travel Cafe. So take a moment and click around there and see what you can see. They have some deals on some other stuff too, right, GJ?
Oh, yes. Tire changes, oil changes, groceries, shoes, underwear. Girl, y'all don't know what you're missing. Food, theater. You can buy jewelry, dog food. It's like a gazillion things back there that excellent prices. Some of them give you coupons. Some of them are off prices. I even got my HP laptop off of their HP link on there.
All right.
Honey, y'all better work your perks. That's all I can say.
Perks, work your perks.
At least $200-300 a month just using the perks back there, you know? And you guys that work, you know they have those coupons for food. Why don't you be the office go-getter, okay? Get your coupon on there, order them Subway sandwiches for whatever price it is, and charge the regular price to those people you taking the orders for, upfront commission. And hey, I like my ching ching, so I'm rattling. I'm done.
Now, you know what this reminds me of, and I'm going to age myself, which I don't mind because I'm 51 years old. Those books. There used to be these big coupon books that the kids used to sell for fundraisers, and they would have all of these different coupons in it. This is like a electronic version of it, this part of it. So we've been using these since 2015, we first got started in 2016. So yeah, before you do anything, fast food, whatever, look back here and see if you can get a coupon on that or an activity or something like that. So if this is what you're calling wholesaling, yes, it's here, and it's Evo Rewards.
I just want to address that one person just said she's confused. Do we get commission or do we not get commission on this? There's no commission on this. It's your discount directory, okay? You can upsell things in there to get your upfront money, but no, there is no commission. And yes, you can use it for your client. I just want to address that before it got too deep into the chat box.
Thank you. Thank you. So no, you don't get it. She's absolutely right. You don't get a commission from Archer Travel. Like GJ said, you can upsell it and make instant commission, meaning you're paying yourself upfront. But again, if you sell it that way, make sure that when you're putting in the client information, you put in their name, you put in their phone number, you put in their address, but your email address, so that you have proof of the sale, and then you send the information to them. All right. So someone asks, do we receive some type of ID card? GJ, what you got for that?
ID card for what? Evolution? No, I didn't. Did you get one? I didn't get one.
No.
Or if she's, I think that question came up when we were doing the insurance card. No, there's no ID card for that either. I'm not sure if you can clarify ID card for what? I can answer better. I'm not sure what she's asking.
Probably that. I think you got it. Now, what we do utilize is our travel agent credential, and a lot of agents get the Clear card confused, that it is a discount card, and it isn't. It's a travel agent credential. So you can go to cruising.org, and if somebody can type that in the chat box, we would appreciate it. Cruising.org, and apply as an individual. There is a fee for that. CLIA does confirm that you are an active agent with Archer Travel before they approve your application. And then you'll use your CLIA card when you are proving that you're a travel agent. But no, we don't get like ID cards, because remember, we're independent contractors. Now, what you do have for people who want to vet you as a travel agent, at the bottom, Erica, can you go to the our travel agent portal, the EBO travel agent? What you do have on the bottom of each of your personalized website. Yep, there. So you know clients can use this to book themselves, right? For vacations, they can book hotel rooms, they can book rental cars, and you'll receive a commission for that. But at the bottom of your personalized website is our information for our host agency and for Evolution Travel. It has addresses for both of them. It also has an email address and a phone number to our host agency, which is the headquarters is in California. And then on the left side where it says registration in all states that require seller travel registration, that is letting your clients know that we are legitimate and that we are registered to operate where we're supposed to. All of that information is here right on your website. So if you need to, somebody wants to vet you, they can actually take that information and do so. Okay, but you are invited to apply for your CLIA card. Now, once you have earned $5,000 in travel commissions, meaning you have been paid $5,000, you will become eligible for your IATAN card. And that is another travel agent credential that does come with perks. Both cards come with perks. CLIA card gets you access to bonus commissions and other things that CLIA offers. And IATAN gives you discounts on flights and activities and some other stuff. But both of them are travel agent credentials, okay? All right, we covered Viator, ladies. We covered marketing. We covered booking the hotels.
I see an important one.
Go ahead, I'm catching up with where you were.
Okay, you said that we are responsible for any chargebacks. Wouldn't that be covered by Archer's E&O insurance?
What part of a chargeback would, and I know you're not supposed to answer a question with a question, but I'm doing so to make you think. E&O stands for errors and omissions. That means that you mess something up, meaning they asked to go to Columbia with an O and you sent them to Columbia with a U. That's an error. An omission would be you were supposed to book the air, the flight, and the transfer, and you left out the transfer. That would be an omission. What part of a chargeback would be an error or an omission? It isn't. That falls under fraud. Okay. So in order for Archer to be able to litigate that, and this is actually in Archer's policy, and it says it on the credit card authorization form, and it says it somewhere else in the Travel Cafe too. Keep it in mind, you're an independent contractor. Okay. So if you don't follow the proper policies that puts Archer in a power position to be able to litigate those chargebacks, then yes, you are absolutely responsible for them. So that should be a motivating factor for you to write down what you're supposed to do and then follow that as a checklist. You absolutely would be responsible. What Archer is going to do is when somebody makes a chargeback, they're going to go and pull your credit card authorization form if they already have it. You know, if clients are booking or leaving within 21 days of the booking, Archer should already have it. You have to give it to them. If they are not traveling within 21 days, you should have a copy of it. Archer's going to get in touch with you for it. You send it to them. He may ask you for supplemental information like any of the booking details from the emails that you guys exchanged. And Archer's going to use that to win the chargeback dispute. If you didn't get it, if you didn't get the proper documentation, meaning the credit card authorization form, or they didn't sign it, or you signed it, or you filled it in, anything that isn't done correctly based on the policy, that is not an error or an admission. That's neglect, where you neglected to follow the policy. You neglected to do your part. Okay. So no, it's not covered under E&O. All right.
Is it too late to get a Clear card with the discount on the card?
DJ, there's no limit to that, right?
Nope. Not as long as we keep our platinum. So I know for the rest of the year, it's still at 69, I believe. So
Yeah.
it's for the rest of the year.
Now be aware that Clear does shut down. They do shut down registration. I think it's in October. Is it, GJ? They shut down registration to get ready for the next year, and they open it up for the next year.
Yes, they do shut it down, and it's annually, not as of the date you get it. December to December, no matter if you get it in November, you're gonna expire in December. So don't get it that close to the expiry.
Yeah, I would wait, but they do open it up early for the next calendar year. So let's say if you're thinking about getting it at the end of September or the beginning of October, we would just say wait, because it's going to be open within the next couple of weeks for 2023, and you don't have to wait until 2023 to use it. So kind of weigh it out to see which one makes the most sense. Did we cover the best way to book flights for myself question?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I can't say the best way because that's a subjective question. If you guys notice, I hesitate to answer the best because it's subjective and it's based on opinion. So I can tell you how to book flights for yourself. In order to use a discount, I can tell you how. For the Caribbean, can you go back into VAX for me, Erica? All right. So inside VAX, you are going to click on suppliers, and then you are going to click on FundJet. So VAX Vacation Access, suppliers, and then FundJet. Okay, let's go in there. Let's see it buffering. All right, so is it under Agent Tools or Agent Rewards, Erica? Agent, yep. So then you click on Agent Rewards and then Agent Vacations. Agent Rewards and then Agent Vacations. So here they have discounted agent vacations. Check out our destination hotspots starting from $199 within 30 days of travel for our discounted exclusive nonstop vacation airfares. And they even give you instructions on how to book them. All right, and you have a limit to 2 of these to use per calendar year. All right, so that is under VAX. Now for domestic air, you actually don't get a discount on domestic air until you have gotten your IATAN card. Okay, qualified for your IATAN card, which is earning $5,000 in commission. And once you have earned, and not just earned it, meaning you are waiting to be paid. No, you have earned it and received it. Then get with your leader from your team. They will assist you in getting an email to Archer Travel to let them know that you qualify for it, because it's not an automatic thing. You're not going to hit 5,000 and Archer just sends you the card. They have no way of knowing that until you bring it to their attention. So once you have kept up with your commissions and you have been paid out the $5,000, get with your leader. They will walk you through how to get the email to Archer Travel and who to send it to. Okay. All right, what do we have next?
Is there a document somewhere that has all the qualifying questions we should be asking? Something I could print out and fill in. I've checked all the viable sites, so I don't know if I've missed it.
GJ, is it still in the Travel Cafe with the update, or Erica, is it still in the Travel Cafe?
Yes, it's in the Travel Cafe. Also, a quicker way is to go to your booking site, send your clients to the vacation quote request, and everything is already there, and it'll get emailed back to you once they submit it. But yes, it's in the Travel Cafe, or you can develop your own.
Okay. All right, so can you show them where that is here?
Yep, scroll down to the near the bottom. There it goes, right there. Yep. And it asks all the pertinent information: what's your budget, who's going, where they're going, what the dates are, how many people, how many, it asks all those questions. And again, yes, it's there is one in the Travel Cafe. Now, the one in the Travel Cafe does have a gazillion questions on it, so don't ask your client all of those questions. Use the most pertinent one, the most pertinent ones that you need, and then you can always do a follow-up with additional questions. But if you ask your question, if you give them a form with 20 questions on it, I guarantee you've lost that booking.
Yeah, because they don't want to answer all of that. We can give you the short end of those if you want to create your own. You're going to ask the who, what, when, where, how, and how much. Who's going on the trip? When do they want to go? Where do they want to go? Who, what, when, where, how do they want to get there? And ask them what their budget is. How much? That's the how much. The supplemental question from me would be, is there anything else that you would like for me to add on to this? Do you have any special requests? It can be as simple as you let it be. Who, what, when, where, how, and how much. Easy, easy breezy, let it be easy. Okay, I see we're kind of getting stuck in the mud with this wholesale thing.
Add one more before you move on.
Okay,
Ask
what you got?
them if they need a deposit option or they prefer to pay in cash. That will narrow down your search really quickly, and that will also eliminate you in the hamster wheel, and they keep coming back. But that's too much. No, I wasn't thinking about that. So you're gonna ask, do you require a deposit option, or do you want to pay in cash? If you require a deposit option, when will you be able to pay that deposit? That also will help you from researching. If they can't pay the deposit till the 1st of December, tell them to contact you the week before. That saves you time.
That's great advice. I hope you guys got that. It will save you from going on a wild goose chase.
I'm done.
Done. This wholesale thing, and I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm going to send you back to the people who told you that. If you heard that in Room Res, then that applies to Room Res. That is that specific vendor that they have, and it still ties into what I said. It's Room Res does not have access to all 510 rooms that the Marriott Renaissance has. They have a few rooms to sell, and they sell those at wholesale. So that pertains to that particular vendor, not VAX, not Classic Vacations, not Pleasant Vacations. It is that particular vendor, okay? I'm sorry if you got into this because you thought that you would be getting cheaper prices than the clients, but you have to really think logically about it. Because we are independent contractors, we don't get a W-2, we are not employees of Archer Travel. Where does your commission come from? Your commission has to come from somewhere. The vendors they don't pay us to book. They don't pay us out of their payroll to book. They embed our commission into the cost of the vacation. Erica, can you go into Vax, because I want to give them a visual so that they can see it. I really want you guys to be in it with your eyes open, okay? All right, so let's put in a mock booking. So let's do FunJet. All right, I am going to go from Atlanta, ATL. And I'm going to Detroit, Michigan, DTW. I am going to go with 2 adults, and we will travel October the 18th. Actually, I want them to be able to see something with a decent deposit. So let's do December the 18th through the 20th. And as a rule of thumb, I add the travel protection on and I let them tell me to take it off. So let's add the trip protection. This is what we call a mock booking, where we just come up with the variables, where the clients are going from, where they're going to, how many people are traveling. This is how we get practice in booking. Okay, so we're going to take the first flights that we see, and we're going to take that first hotel just for the sake of time. Actually, I want that Marriott at the Renaissance Center. I actually stay there for real. The next one right here. Yep, so select that one. That's one of my favorite spots to stay in. And if you are a Marriott specialist, just pick the first options for both of them. If you're a Marriott specialist, you have access to the fantastic rate. Marriott has 2 different travel agent rates. One is for just travel agents. The other one is for people who have taken their training. The one that you get for taking their training is about 75% off of the rack rate. Okay, so over here on the right where it says booking administration, click that for me. All right, so at the top, it says gross amount, which is $1,316.83. That's how much the booking is going to cost the client. The commission for this is $32.50. The net amount is $1,284.33. That net amount is the amount of the vacation. The gross amount is the amount of the vacation, including your commission. This is what I mean about our vendors embed your commission into the total cost of the vacation. Your commission has got to come from somewhere. Okay, I want you guys to be totally educated so you know what it is. And then if somebody else asks you about becoming a partner, you can educate them properly. We do not get paid from Archer Travel. We do not get paid from the vendors, from their payroll. They put our commission into the booking. That's where it comes from. All right. And again, I'm a visual learner, so seeing it made sense to me. Okay. All right. Okay, so Eileen said this, and I'm going to repeat it because it's actually on point. Most prices are not necessarily better. It's knowing where to go and where we can get exclusive rates that are not available to the public. That is true. Also adding in the fact that we actually can compare and contrast. I mentioned earlier about resort credits. Some of our vendors may offer resort credits when the client doesn't have access to those, and it will be included in their booking for no extra charge. Some of our clients automatically include the airport transfers for no extra charge, whereas the client books it on their own as a novice and they have to pay extra for the airport transfers. So there are advantages to being a travel agent. That is one of them. Also, having access to the perks to use for yourself is a huge draw. That was one of the main reasons why I got started, in addition to the fact that I was looking for extra income. Okay. But be careful marketing yourself as the cheap trip booker, because you will be setting yourself up for disappointment. Okay. Okay, we are going to work on verbiage because this wholesale thing really has you guys stuck in the mud. Travel agent pricing is what the correct verbiage is if you want to use a discount for yourself. Travel agent pricing. You would, and I kind of covered this at the beginning. If you want to use that for Marriott, you would have to register with their portal, Marriott for travel agents. If you want to use the Hilton discount for travel agents, you would Google Hilton for travel agents. Many of our vendors have travel agent pricing. AM Resorts has an amazing program for their master agents, and the prices are ridiculous for us. But those are not wholesale prices. Sam's Club is wholesale. That's not what we do. It's not what we do. We have perks, and they are called travel agent prices. Okay. Now, RoomRez is something different because that's a vendor. What they do is they pull a certain amount of inventory and they sell it for a special price. Okay. That's RoomRez. But that's not what we do as agents. We have access to RoomRez, which is another perk, but our pricing is travel agent pricing. You want to get the travel agent lingo too. Okay. I just went over some of the travel agent perks. All right. Mo, can you send me a message in the elite group so we can talk after this? Okay. All right, GJ, most of my bookings are Caribbean based. As I am from the Caribbean, which vendors and backs are best to use?
There are no best vendors. The best vendor is the vendor that has everything that your client wants or has all of the details that you need for that particular booking and within that particular budget. So there are no best. My advice is to check 2 or 3 and compare them. But I don't suggest any because I don't know what the client wants. So
Yeah,
that's all I got.
she's on point. So I'm hoping you guys are getting what she's saying. We stay away from offering an opinion because that's what that is. GJ mentioned earlier, her go-to is GoAway quite often. One of her go-tos is Globus. Many of our agents don't even use it because they don't know the gem that it is. And that's because they'll get stuck with using one vendor, making it their favorite. I compare and contrast, and that's what GJ does too. And this is how we make the big bucks. If a client tells me I want to go to St. Lucia, my very first thing is to check our top 3 vendors on, and we do have a list. Can you go to that supplier list that pays the full commission in the Travel Cafe, Erica? I will go to the top 3 out of this list, see who services that area, and I'll do 3 different bookings on 3 different suppliers' websites. And then I look deeper into the booking. I look to see what they're going to get. I want to see if they can get resort credits because it makes me look like a superstar. I want to see if there's a cocktail hour. I want to see if it's breakfast included, if we're not talking about all inclusive. I check to see. Go to the suppliers list. Yep, full commissions. key suppliers. And you can actually save this as a picture. I have it in my phone, I have it on my iPad, I have it on my laptop, I have it on my desktop. Key suppliers. Make sure that you have this readily accessible. If you can print it out and put it on your workstation, do so. But choose at least 2 or 3. And many of these are inside backs already. And they give you a cheat sheet. They let you know which ones that you have to submit. Well, you have to submit credit card authorization forms for the ones that are traveling within 21 days. But you should be doing a credit card authorization form for all of them and keeping it on file until 6 months after they take the trip. All right, the next flyer down, can you scroll? So it tells you all direct bookings made on hotel websites will continue to receive full commission. You have to make sure that you are booking directly with them using their travel agent portal. And I'm going to talk to them, GJ, to make sure that they update that, because there'll be an agent that will go to the regular Marriott website, make a regular booking and be expecting a commission.
Yes, because Marriott has changed a lot, their website.
A whole lot. So you want to make sure that you are registered with the travel agent portal for these particular brands, okay? But yes, you can book direct. What will be the best vendor for your particular client? And this will go on a case-by-case basis, will be based on what they say. If they're telling you, hey, I need to travel from point A to point B, I'm traveling within 6 months and I want a low deposit, Southwest Vacations may be the go-to for them because they genuinely have, most of the time, the lowest deposits, but you can only book 6 months out with Southwest Vacations, which is inside that. So it really depends on what your client tells you. And the only way you're going to get comfortable with this is by repetition, getting to know the vendors, clicking inside their vendor websites, reading what they have and learning about them. That is not something that we can tell you on this line today and you just have it. GJ just told you that the Marriott website changed. Our vendor websites change often because travel changes daily, right? So you want to be locating these vendors, which are right here inside the Travel Cafe, and going to them to learn about them. An issue that a lot of new agents have is they want it today, like that. They want it microwave, but you want to get paid like it's a sit-down catered meal. You're going to have to take the time. There are no shortcuts. We do tell you how to work smart, but there are no shortcuts. There aren't. Even on this list, these are not the only vendors that we can book with. These are just the top vendors that we want you to get used to working with first. And then once you become a seasoned agent, you can branch outward, okay? Also, take advantage of the trainings that GJ has on that channel. We've put the link in the chat twice. Make sure that you guys get on her channel and go through those trainings because she clicks through the vendor websites to show you how to use them. Take advantage of those trainings. It can really help. Okay. Heather, yes, I covered that at the beginning, that instead of me doing a specific training today, because that's what I've done the last few times, I wanted to answer your questions. That way I know I'm actually getting you the information that you need. So you can ask anything about travel that you need to know. Where do you find your shareable link? Where do you find your shareable link for Viator? Erica, can you log into your Viator? But if you have a question, you can type it in the chat box. And we do that so that we can kind of keep it in order, because it'll be a lot of people talking. We've got 59 people on the line if we don't want everybody talking over each other. However, if it's something that you need to like verbalize, that it'll come out different, because I come out different speaking than I do in print. So if you need to actually verbalize it, let us know, we'll unmute you. If you're not registered yet with Viator, you can go right to the Viator website, which is travelagents.viator.com, and you can register directly with them. So right here at the top where it says share with your client, there is your link right there. All right, it's right at the top. Okay. Where should we request suppliers? Okay, we just showed you in the Travel Cafe where to find the suppliers. They have details in the Travel Cafe, which ones require a supplier request form and which ones you have to register with directly. I covered a little bit earlier that give them about 72 business hours to respond to your requests. It is definitely not instant. Okay, GJ, I have been getting a lot of people wanting to work with me, but they aren't responding back after I tell them I'm going to send them a quote.
So they're reaching out to you. You tell them you send them a quote, you send the quote, and they don't reply. That is most likely because you didn't ask them, what is your budget? Do you require a deposit? When can you make that deposit? Okay, because apparently something is missing in between. And from just that question, that's what I think it is. You're giving them something that they felt may have been a little cheaper, or they're kicking the tire. So as to not to spin your wheels, ask those 3 specific questions. And that way you'll know who's serious and who's not. And don't pick up your mouse until they give you that information. Because if you do, they're gonna ghost you, or they're just gonna keep coming back again and again and again and again. So that's what I get from that question. Make sure you get that budget. When can they make a deposit, or when can they make a payment? Get that date, and then look it up once you get that information.
All right, I am trying to log in to TikTok so I can show them that. Can we move on to the next question while I'm logging in?
How do I book a Disney trip for clients?
If you go to DisneyTravelAgent.com, did you want to do that, Nina? I thought you were busy. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not doing that one. I was making sure that we didn't skip over anything because there's a question about sandals in there too.
Okay, go to DisneyTravelAgent.com. Make sure that you're registered, and you can book it through there. At least that's where I book mine. I have not booked one through any other vendor because I trust the Disney website best.
When you book directly with their portal, how do you ensure you receive your commission?
If you're registered and you put your commission tracking form in, you're good to go. You can always go on the website and check when the commission was paid.
I'm still here. I'm logging in. You guys can go to the next question. Make sure that you get to that sandals question. Also, wait, I wanted to add to that Disney groups because I book my Disney groups using flexible groups with VAX, which includes the tickets, and it gives the clients the option to book on their own using a deposit with the tickets involved too. So you got to see what's best for you. I use the travel agent portal for Disney just like GJ does, but I don't use that to book groups. So compare the two and see which one works the best for you. All right, y'all keep going. I'm logging in.
You scroll down here. We have a question regarding the walkthrough Wednesday from last week. That should be up updated today. So please check back later on today, please. My success steps is asking for a code to prove I attended this.
DJ?
There is no code for this particular training. Just let them know who the trainer was, and that will be almost 2-star platinum Nina Mitchell was the trainer on the call. Just let them know that there is no code for this call.
All right, so let's cover that TikTok question. How do you do this on TikTok? Erica, I'm taking the screen for a second. And then we'll go back to it. So this is how I have been using TikTok to advertise. And each time I do one of these, they actually do pretty doggone good. This particular video got 39,800 views. And I've made quite a few bookings from Sandals with this. So when they ask me about it, I'm going to click on it so you guys can see and hear it in a moment. When I have them to DM me to get the information, and in order to DM me, they have to friend me first. So that's causing my connections to go up. But once they DM me, I send them my personalized link for Sandals. Now you have to be in the company. Is it 6 months, GJ, in order to be able to register directly with Sandals? 6 months?
Yes, there
Okay.
is a caveat, but Archer has to give that, but yes, 6 months.
6 months. Now that doesn't stop you from booking with Sandals. You can actually use Classic Vacations and Pleasant Vacations. And I believe Apple Vacations too, right, TJ? Apples too? Apple.
Yes, Vax also, yes.
Yep, you can use it in Vax. So you can still book Sandals. It's just easier once you have been in the company for 6 months and you get issued your own link. I go through and I copy and paste and I give them a greeting inside that, my little message. Thank you. Hey, thank you for sending me a DM. I invite you to book with Sandals. Click on the link below to book. And they can book themselves and they can book with the deposit. But this is what the video looks and sounds like. Their grand opening is going to be May 24th, 2023 in Ochos Rios, Jamaica. Sandals, Dunn's River. Book now. All right. Book now. Only for $99 for a deposit. Sandals has a brand new property. Their grand opening is going to be May 24th, 2023 in Ochos Rios, Jamaica. Sandals, Dunn's River. Book now. So then, of course, people are leaving messages, and I have this crazy accent, so I pronounce the place a little wrong. So even when people correct me on it, I still respond to them. And I even did a video of me saying it correctly. This lady is from Jamaica, and she was teaching me how to say it. So I did another video of me saying it correctly, and we're now friends and we talk. But yeah, this one has gotten 2,160 likes and 139 comments. I also did one on Carnival, which it's been played 5,043 times, and I've booked. That ends tomorrow. The cruises are less than $150 per person, and you can get them on layaway. Check it out. All right. I got another one for you. Hot off the presses. Carnival Cruise Line is having a last-minute sales that ends tomorrow. The cruises are less than $150 per person, and you can get them on layaway. Check it out. All right. Book now. Only for $90. So now remember I said, whenever you offer something, write it down where you can find it so that you can go back to it. I'm using this more often, and I'm sprinkling in some funny stuff along the way so that I'm interacting with people. I learned this in a marketing online course that I took. In order to get into different people's algorithms, you have to interact on things that they would interact with. So this is one of the funny videos that I stitched to add in.
Cancel the
Oh wait,
links
not that one. Hold
that
on.
you back.
That one was a more serious one. Where's the rest of the video? Oh, no more. So don't just talk about travel all the time. Make sure that you talk about some other stuff.
Never had anything like it. It says it's mayonnaise, ketchup, and wash your sister's sauce.
Did you just say wash your sister's sauce? First off, you shouldn't be washing your sister.
Says who? Listen, did you know that toads don't have teeth, but frogs do? Now you do.
Never had anything like it. It says
So yeah, do some funny stuff too. If you know how to dance, do a TikTok video, you know, just kind of give them some of your personality, mix in some travel stuff. You know, you want to make it interesting. You don't have to be a pro at it. Don't worry about that, but just get active. Give them some information. Yesterday, I gave them some information on Clear. I'm going to do something about TSA PreCheck and global entry, just to have some content. You can also take some of those things that they showed you earlier inside VAX and use that. Do a voiceover and explain what it is, or just tell them to check it out. It's another way that you can advertise, okay? All right. I would like to book a Sandals group trip. There's not much training specifically about booking groups and setting up groups. Where do I get support for this? Now I'm going to tag GJ in a second, but Sandals is a different animal. Sandals is a different animal because Sandals is geared toward couples. You're not going to find too much group stuff on them. However, they do have mechanisms. Erica, are you registered with Sandals?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you log in? You're going to need to get with your leader and have them to facilitate a meeting with you and the BDM, the business development manager, which is Richard Sandoval if you're in the California area. If not, oh wait, I see a hand. Hold on. Let me unmute Heather right quick. Oops. Asked to unmute. Okay, Heather, you should see.
Yeah, okay, so I did, so I'm not in California, I'm in Mississippi, and I did reach out to my leader and she connected me with like another travel agent, but I don't want to just be like taking up all these travel agents' time. Like and I clicked on different things, but I don't see anything specific for, so like I went into the group and there's information for overseas for like Europe, BDMs and stuff. I just can't really find anything specific for like who my BDM is, like all of that stuff. I feel really confused and I do want to know how I can specifically find this out.
Okay, well, the reason why I'm referring you to your leader, because your leader has to facilitate a meeting with the BDM. Unless you're a part
But like
of
how do, okay, so like the person that signed me up.
Unless you're a part of the Founders Council or you are a platinum
But
leader.
then how do I find out who my leader is?
Okay, let me finish my statement because I'm teaching everybody on the line too. Unless you're a platinum consultant or a part of the, and you can stay unmuted. Unless you're a part of the Founders Council, or I think I got to send you another request. Hold on. There you go. Okay, unless you are a part of the Founders Council or a platinum consultant, you don't have direct access to BDMs. So you're actually in your back office. If you click on where it says, DJ, is it my team?
It says my upline or
My
something.
upline. It should tell you who your upline is. And the person at the top of the upline is the leader. And that's who you reach out to. And you specifically let them know, I need you to set up a meeting with me and the business development manager. They will locate the BDM and they will facilitate the meeting. Archer Travel has changed the policy for agents having direct access to BDMs. Okay, so you specifically need to ask your leader once you find them here in the back office where it says my upline. The person at the top should be your leader. Also, depending on where you are, GJ, she's in Mississippi. So is Val her Founders Council representative?
I believe so. Yep, she's the
When
one.
I originally signed up a couple of years ago, I was in South Carolina and then I re-signed up under my same number. Is it gonna be, like, am I still considered in South Carolina or in Mississippi?
No, it's where you are. So
Okay.
you're gonna contact Valerie Rutherford. And I believe she's traveling right now. if I'm not
Yep, she won't be
mistaken.
back for another, 2 weeks. Did she go on that
2
50-day
weeks.
cruise?
I think so. But Heather, Val won't be in your back office. So you can either reach out to Val when she comes back in 2 weeks, or you can reach out to the person that's at the top of your upline. Let them
Okay,
know
I
that
do
you-
see that. It's someone called Nina Jackson Mitchell.
No way, it's me, girl. You see my name? That's my name.
Okay, sorry. Okay, well then, I'm
It's
glad
me.
that I
You
joined this
got me.
call.
You got
Okay,
me.
so then I'll send you a message.
Send me a message, Heather.
Okay.
Send me a
Don't call
message.
Val. Don't call Val.
Don't call
me.
Val. She gonna fuss at me. So
Okay,
when we're done today, make sure that you reach out to me and I'll set up a meeting with the BDM, facilitate it, and we'll get you going with that. Okay?
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
but
thank
you
you.
got me, girl. It's me.
Yay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Easy breezy. Okay. Now, when people are booking, and there's a way that your people will be able to book directly too once you're set up here, and they'll be able to put in a code for the group. You'll be issued a code. So they'll be able to book on their own and still be grouped into that particular group. But the BDM will talk to you in detail about how to facilitate that. So we'll get to that. Don't let me forget. So make sure that you reach out to me today. Okay. All right. I thought her name looked familiar, doggone it. I've been having an issue where when using Expedia Tap, it's showing commission only on properties, but when I'm checking packages, I'm unsure, but not when I'm checking packages, I'm unsure why. GJ, can you help with commission for the bundles on Expedia Tap?
I haven't used Expedia since they cut our pay. So if it is not, thank you, Success Coach. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that site to jog my memory. I haven't used TAP since they cut the commission in half.
Now there is a place where
Yeah, it's under records or something under there.
and you're inside Tap, right? They go that Rakuten and get people in a whole lot of trouble.
I mean, okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. That lady singing.
Hey, you know I support the singing. It's Val that says no.
I know, right? Go to your tap menu for me, please. Go to reports. And she's looking for the commission.
I
type
think
thing.
she's trying to know on the front end what the commission is going to be.
On the front end, it tells you right on a booking. It will tell you the amount of the commission.
Not on Expedia Tap, not anymore. So
On the hotel, I haven't done a flight with, you know what? I don't know because,
they
I don't-
changed it. They changed it, GJ. Now there is a place in here that has the tiers.
right. Just click on any old hotel and it'll show you those tiers.
Excuse me.
See all those VIP passes. Da-da-da-da. Alrighty, so you have premium, member, all of that. See that little tab that she's clicking, guys? That will tell you which tier you're in. Each tier gives you a different amount. That one pays 13%. Okay. They have all kinds of tiers now. Like I say, I haven't used them because they don't pay no money. I like all my goodies. So I'll have to review this and do an updated training on Expedia. I haven't done a training in a while on Expedia.
All right. Thank you, Dorcia. Whoa, you said you haven't gotten your access to Pleasant Holidays? Dorcia, give them a call today. Not Archer Travel. You have to call Pleasant directly. All right.
And check your junk mail first.
Ethan is asking, is there a list of all suppliers?
Travel Cafe.
There's a list for the preferred suppliers, and it's in the Travel Cafe, which we've showed you a few times. So yes, it's back there. Oh, somebody just said Pleasant has a delay and will give the agent an anticipated date for access to activation. Thank you. All right, the vendor Ryu Pro from TA stated in order to finalize my registration, they need a copy of my CLIA IATA card or a welcome email letterhead from my host agency to approve it. How would I obtain my CLIA card? I think we covered that. You have to have a CLIA card first. So you would go to cruising.org, and apply as an individual. Now it says you can have that or a welcome email letterhead from the host agency. So contact Archer Travel and let them know that you need a letter of affiliation. Letter of affiliation. Okay, letter of affiliation. All right, I just got a message that says the wait time for Pleasant, the delay is about a week, but it's been a month for you, so definitely check. Okay, GJ, I asked Jean about this, but on the supplier request form at the bottom, it says the EBO agent is responsible for full fiduciary responsibility to suppliers, chargeback, credit cards, debit memos, airline shortages. When does this happen? I explained that in detail. Zelda, did you miss that? I explained it in a lot of detail. It's for when you don't follow the process. Meaning if you have a client that books, you don't have them to complete the credit card authorization form and they charge it back. You're responsible for whatever that chargeback is. Okay. If it's a fraudulent transaction and you don't get the proper documentation, meaning you don't qualify the client, you don't get the credit card authorization form, that form can make or break it. The banks will pay if you have done your part. If you haven't done your part, then you're responsible. Things happen all the time, but if you haven't done your part, then you are responsible. Okay, that's the cliff notes of that. From my understanding, we are not to use our personal photos and videos of hotels and resorts to promote and sell. Who said that? I need you to send me a private message to tell me who said that so I can make sure you guys are getting the right information. I was planning on starting a travel blog on my TikTok for my own personal base. You absolutely can do that. I do it all the time. I've been doing it for 7 years. That is called attraction marketing. You absolutely can share your personal videos. Yes, you can. If you do a site inspection, you absolutely can use your videos, and you are highly recommended to do it. Now, where it gets a little sticky is when you're dealing with Disney, right? Disney does not want you using their copyrighted information for certain things. So you can use your own pictures. If you go to Disney, you stand in front of the Cinderella's castle and take a picture and say, hey, I'm a Disney specialist, book with me. Yes, you absolutely can do that. So send me a personal message and let me know who told you you can't do that. Because that's not right. It's not correct information. You can do that.
And
Thank
also
you. Go ahead,
not
DJ.
agent rates for that particular company. Now, you
Yes.
will get fired for that.
Yep, you can't say agent rates.
Right.
Now, a way to finesse it, because I am blessed with finesse, a way to finesse it is to say, hey, I'm on this Disney cruise and I paid less than.
Right. No specifics.
No specifics. Finesse. It's all about finesse. It's not about what you can't do. It's about what you can do. All right. Now, don't you take that information and go get you in trouble, because you're not going to get me in trouble. I've been rocking for 7 years. You'll get you in trouble.
Conversation.
And we're recording this. And I will show, hey, I didn't say that. I said this. I keep receipts. I'm the queen of receipts. But yes, you cannot say my Disney cruise cost me $59 a night because I'm a Disney specialist. You can say, I paid under such and such and so, and the regular price is this amount. You can definitely do that. And you can use your own pictures. You can do your own videos. We literally do it all the time. If you go up and down my Facebook, that's pretty much all you see. If you look inside my photo albums on Facebook, I do site inspections all the time. I go on fam trips all the time, and I post videos and stuff all the time. Yes, you can do that. It's copyrighted information that you have to be careful with. But most of our vendors give us stuff that you can use right inside their travel agent portal. Don't scare yourself out of using what they have for us. All right. All right, I covered that. Covered that. Got 40% off my SeaWorld tickets. Go ahead. Also, make sure that you compare your travel agent rate on some of these too. If you take the Universal Studios training, you get one free ticket and 50%, is it 50%?
50% for companion tickets.
Off of 4 companion tickets. I'm gonna say that again. If you take the Universal Studios training, and you can find that by Googling Universal Studios for travel agents, and it'll come up for you. If you take the Universal Studios training, you'll get 1 free ticket and 4 tickets for 50% off, so you can take your family. SeaWorld gives you discounts too. So check
Once
it out.
a year.
Yep, and that's once a year. Okay, we covered, GJ, you covered Evo Rewards, right? That if we were getting paid for it?
Right.
All right. Not too late to get. Okay. Archer Go has a fee for agents. GJ, is it worth it?
Oh, yeah.
Tell them why it's worth it.
You know, everybody that know me know I don't pay no money for nothing. Nothing. But I checked out that app and it was so convenient, guys. There's stuff on that app, that Archer Go app, that is not on their website. There is even book now, pay later on the app. You won't find that on the regular site, but it's well worth it. It's only $10 a year. Y'all spend more than $10 2 minutes for a hamburger, okay? But it's well worth it. It saves time, and the inventory is totally awesome. It's convenient because you don't have to go back to a website and this, that, and the other. Click on the app, click on that hotel, click pay. You can click, everything done in 2-3 minutes. I love it. I love it. And I don't pay for nothing, but I paid my little $10 for that. Yes, need that.
Yeah, I think it's worth it. Heather, I got the email too, so I'll remember. I flagged it, so I'll see the yellow. I think it's worth it. I mean, I spend more than that on Chick-fil-A, and that gives me no return on my investment. It gives me calories that I have to walk off when I get off of here with y'all. I think it's worth it. I do. And you can register for it right here. All right. All right. We did the qualifying. All right. We did Disney. We did that. 1099. Thank you for doing that. All right, we did. It keeps going back for me. Hold on. All right, ladies, have we covered the rest of the questions? I'm going backwards and it keeps kind of scrolling for me. GJ and Erica, are y'all still with me?
I'm still.
I do see a question. How do you do site inspections?
You can contact the manager of a specific property, identify yourself as a travel agent, let them know that you are interested in coming to inspect their property and to do a review for your potential clients. Easy breezy. I want to start a travel blog, not necessarily to promote sales, but for my own use. Will I get in trouble for doing so? No. Nope.
And guys, on that, in VAX, they give you blog suggestions where you just copy and paste it and you can put them in sections, you know?
All right.
If you can't think of a topic, go to the compass and it will give you some suggestions.
All right. Do we have any other questions? Because we've been on here over the hour and y'all better not tell nobody we went this long because they'll be mad at us. This is only supposed to be an hour. I just like to stay on until you guys get all of the questions that you need answered.
We've been on 2 hours.
I just said, don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
Please don't. Hey,
We just want to make sure we get all the questions answered. And we know you guys need help and you guys get off with us and then you panic like, oh my God, I didn't ask this question. So we try to stay on until you get all of them answered. Do we have any other ones before we log off?
I think that was the last one.
All right, GJ, do you have any closing comments or suggestions for our wonderful agents today?
Stay plugged in, guys. Don't pay for nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Check out my training on how not to pay for anything, get everything free. Just keep plugged in, guys. Check out any training you can get your hands on. Listen to your uplines. If you can't get in touch with your upline, get in touch with their upline or the founders council member. Reach out. We don't know if you need anything. If you don't ask, a closed mouth don't get fed. I'm here. If you need me, inbox me. Just stay plugged in. That's all I got.
Erica, do you have any closing comments, suggestions, words of wisdom for our agents?
I believe GJ just covered it. Stay plugged in.
Now, somebody just asked, where will you find this training? If you give us about 48 business hours, we will add this to my YouTube channel. And the link is actually a private link, so you have to be an Evo agent to have access to it. But if you look at the top of the corporate Q&A, also it's pinned at the top. It's also pinned at the top of the main Evolution Travel Group, or I actually say, if you've ever missed a Walkthrough Wednesday, click this link and you can access that training. If you happen to be on my team in the elite group, it's also pinned at the top of our group. So give us about 48 business hours, and we being Erica, because she's my media specialist, she uploads those. So take a minute and tell Erica thank you, because she really works hard putting these together. She does the flyers, she puts the presentations together, and then she uploads the trainings to the YouTube channel. So we appreciate her.
Thank you, Erica.
Thank you.
Christina, how do I get into your group? You can inbox me privately.
To get into who? GJ's group?
No, your elite group.
Oh, well,
Inbox me. I know there's a speech. Okay.
You always make me blush, GJ. Okay, so let me give my last minute spiel for you guys. Again, y'all better not tell nobody we did 2 hours on this thing or they're gonna stop me from doing it. If you notice, there's only ever so often that I'm on here anyway. It's maybe once a month, or maybe once every 2 months. But when I do get on, I want to make sure that I'm thorough, and more so importantly, that I answer the questions that you actually have. You're more than a number with us. We do believe in putting the people over profit, and it is important that you get what you came for here, right? We don't want you to come in and then say, oh, I don't get any help, or, you know, nobody has time to help me. We make time to help you. You notice my house is quiet because I sent my husband and my daughter to the store. And then I text them and told them 2 more stores to go to. So that bought me a little bit of time for you guys. So I have to be off when they get back. But we want to make sure that you guys get what you came for. We're all here to assist. Now, with that being said, if you send me a message on Facebook, please give me time to respond, because I not only have my team to answer to, I have all of you in the entire company. And I love to assist. What helps me out and what helps Jean out is if you are in the official Q&A group, which you should be, or in the, GJ, what's the name of your help group?
Travel Training Q&A.
Travel Training Q&A. If you guys want to get into these groups, make sure that you answer the qualifying questions to get into them. It would help me and it would help GJ if you ask your questions in those groups. The reason why it's helpful is, one, it's going to be the same people answering it anyway, but it saves me from having to answer the same question 15 times in one day. I can answer it, put the answer in the group, and then everybody can get the answer, right? So if you can, ask your questions in the Q&A groups and allow us to answer them there. They already covered everything else. Stay plugged in, listen to your leadership, do not suffer in silence. Don't automatically assume that your sponsor is too busy to help you. Your sponsor earns 10% of your travel commissions every time you book something. So they get paid for helping you. Let them do their job. Ask them questions. Ask in the Q&A groups. And when we have the in-person study halls, come so that you can sit in the room, learn in the room, and meet and greet with your other fellow travel agents, okay? So thanks for taking time out of your day today to get on to learn. It's been my pleasure to be able to assist you in your journey as a travel agent. And I look forward to doing this again. I tell you, if you guys tell it that we did 2 hours, you probably won't see me for 2 more months because they'll ban me for a little bit. But I look forward to being able to do this with you guys again soon. Make sure that you enjoy the rest of your day, and make sure that you log in for the walkthrough Wednesday. Tomorrow, we've got a special guest trainer for you guys tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your day on purpose. One love, y'all.